do this thing, open camping, and they even in 30 years, we don't need the money, but let our citizens, get a job, because this is we open job for everyone. It will open job, it will give hope for people. But all these presidents and all these governments, they are not even ready to do that. Everybody just thinking about, and when you look at them, they look so stupid. No matter all the money they have, you have money, but you don't even you don't live good life. It looks so stupid. Even someone that doesn't have money outside there in UK or outside in another African country live more better than you. Live more better than you. You live with all your money, but you live with the fear, because there is a lot of poverty around you. But when you start uprooting people from poverty, giving them job, you can live peaceably, because the person will now stop all this crime. Some people go to the prison just because of 10,000, because of 20,000. Because they don't have no way to survive,
and
except involving themselves.
It has always been like that.
Yeah,
and it is never going to stop
until
they stop this country, these criminals.
If that they will also listen the way you are doing all this job, for them to be, maybe if you can convince 70% of Nigeria to find out that Nigeria is not going to work, I believe that country will going to be dividing. They're going to divide it just like the former Russia. They're going to divide the country. Everyone going to be on his own state. And it will be better. You will see your neighbor, you will respect your neighbor.
Be the first and the last country that is going to break up. Okay, civilization will get there, even if they are still holding it.
No doubt. But religion have killed the country. Religion have killed the country.
That's another big.
I mean it. Yeah, I'm told religion have killed the country. Sometimes when I start listening for you and I start, getting more wise, I used to tell a man of God, you pray for me to get money, but you depend on me for me to give you money. Why don't you pray for yourself to get that money that you want me to give you?
As well.
So it is me that getting my money, not you praying for me. And sometimes when some people tell me you have to pay tithe, I say the most important thing in life is life. I don't pay money to have the life. God give it for me free. And you have me to pay money for me to get money. Man, that's bullshit. It's a simple calculation.
I know.
It's your simple calculation, but they'll be there preaching religion. I know. Man, they are killing the country.
By the way, because because you mentioned that fight and all that, it would have gone into another conversation entirely. But
yeah, I understand. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
When you are out, okay. I was reading somewhere and they said,
take my call.
The way they make religion to Africans and all that, and majority of them are not going to read about it anyway. They say, you see that tithe that say you should bring, they say it is the 10% from your harvest. There are this tribe in the Bible that usually do that, okay? So they will now, the 10% is not even to give church or give pastor. You bring the 10% of your farm produce, you will come to the church. Other people will bring their own. So your pastor will bless it for you, and all of you will be eating. Now you bring something where you bring from your house. It's not for sharing, you eat your harvest there, and then other people also take from it and all that. Well, if we go into that tonight, now here we go sleep. Let's talk to another caller. Hello there.
Hello, General.
Hello, sir. Is that Sir Akiola?
Yeah, that's me.
It's been a while,
It's been a while.
How are you?
I've been busy, and I've been I didn't want to get involved with the politics until all these things that is going around so that we can know where we belong.
Right. And you are welcome back. There are those immediately they hear your name and your voice right now, they're going to move properly.
Yeah.
That's going to be a controversy tonight.
Yeah, that is a controversy. That is Agbaduri, and
you remember the last time
whatever they need to say.
Zakiola with Agbado in your pocket. I even asked you, didn't I? Like, sir, are you sure there's no Agbado in your pocket? Because we were
this is part of why I actually had to call to actually make some clarification for all to understand.
No,
we that support we were a bit pissed off during the election when it appears that people are supporting OB as if it's different from status quo.
It's not part of the system.
Somebody who has been governor for 8 years, it was the deputy of Atiku in the last time.
That's right.
And because basically what we say is that, look, we don't, like Omoyele, I'm sure he believed I couldn't win the election. But if we can give him 2 million votes, we hope that we'll be able to demand for the revolution and it will, vibrate across the country. I'm sure he didn't contest just because he knew he could win the election. No, he knows that there is a lot of rigging, a lot of things that will go on. But he decided to join the race, hoping that his voice will be made louder for revolution, in essence. And unfortunately, most people supported Obi instead of him, and which was very frustrating for people like us. We want to make that clear, and that's why that it probably was showing some frustration that, oh, Mayegu is now obedient and all the rest. And whenever I came online, that it looked like we are letting this guy go easily. They all come attacking me. It's Agbadoma, it's this, it's that. We all know that Nigeria cannot work. Go and bring a saint anywhere and make him president of Nigeria. With the structure of today, nobody can make Nigeria work. Even if that person has a very good intention, we know that for sure. So to believe that a miracle will happen, and this is one of the things I always tell people. When you engage the locals, you need, for us to be able to convince them, we need to understand from where they are speaking from. Nigeria is never a country. Right from the beginning, it was never meant to be a country, in essence. That's why Awolowo would define Nigeria as a geographical place all around River Niger. Expression. It's not a country. So when you see somebody from Ekiti and Ondo voting for Tinubu, they just, well, okay, everybody are the same. This is the one we know. This is our own people. We have to be able to engage that kind of mind to understand how, if anything, there is a way to salvage the country without breaking. I believe Nigeria should break into how many parts? 6 parts, 3 parts, minimum of 2 parts at least. Let Nigeria break so that we can move on from this empire that is meant to punish one of the black race in the world. So basically, this is where we are. But I'm sorry, I'm sure a lot of obedient are not happy because of what I just said right now. But
you should know that now. But
I apologize. Obi is part of the system. It's part of the system. It was advising Jonathan for many years on economic policy. It was a governor for Anambra for 8 years. It was vice president to Atiku in the last run. So I cannot never accept him as a new blood. That take that from me in a way. I see Tinubu as a thief, call him Tinubu, call Atiku Luta, and we all call Obi scammer. He's a scammer in essence. And that's we that support Omoyele Sowore. Take that. The second thing I want to also say that actually for us to be able to carry our message here, I believe in a lot of things that Mayegu says most time, is always very on point. And I thank you for what you do. But I see that at times there are some level of frustration that make our information not to actually be carried by the locals. These people
well, you see,
cannot understand
something
that.
I would like to say, Sir Akiola, which is still like putting us in the same position. The explanation I made earlier, right? That I know I did my best to make all of us put aside our differences, even though we see things differently as well, right? When I said that when you have the revolution now, and you have the obedient, and you have others too, for example, the Yoruba nation, the Biafran nation, and the rest of them, okay? They are coming from the frustration, which is what Nigeria represents, and they are taking position, okay? So the revolution now, like you just said, that the revolution now had the intention of participating in that election, right? See how much number of people that are going to be sort of galvanized that will later lead to, you know what I mean? The obedience,
demand for freedom for everybody. Yeah, we want freedom for everybody. The system as we have it right now is a slavery system. It used to actually be better when white man was enslaving us, but black man people like ourselves are enslaving everybody as we speak. And this is what the frustration. I understand the obedience. They thought they could make a change, but
oh, you don't understand
my only
them. That's what I'm
disagreement.
trying to say, Sir Akinola. You don't understand
Yeah.
them. We had the issue where I personally said, you know, even if I don't agree with them, if I don't agree with the revolution now, if I don't agree with the Biafrans, if I don't agree with the Yoruba nation, as long as I am not in agreement with the status quo of Nigeria, right? It is ideal, okay, to try to understand everyone's position and see how they can all come together indeed, okay, to face the common enemy. Now, I said, when we attack ourselves, you get that now? Like, you are somebody with the revolutionaries, okay? Like, people who believe that there's more to save the people from what Nigeria has become. You are convinced about that, okay? There are others who have their own conviction and the rest of them. But when we continue, okay, to do everything to bring ourselves down. I have seen obedient done that too. And I can tell you this, that a lot of you that are reacting from the obedient or reacting from the Shore side, you are all reacting based on what you are saying about yourselves. But here is my own point in the middle, is that when you continue dragging yourselves that way, when they call Shore names, and you Shore supporters call Obi names, like you just called him Obi scammer, the obedient will now call Shore some name. At the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the
I
day,
understand that position.
hang on,
My
yeah, hang on, so at the end of the day, right? Who do you think is benefiting from that? You, obedient, or APC, or the establishment that is already rotten? So that's where I stand.
You're
Like,
right.
that's where I am. Like, if all of us cannot drop that, if everybody wants to have the last word, it is not to our advantage. And Mayegun can continue to appear like, oh, Mayegun is siding this or siding that. I'm actually on the side of everyone, where all of you will agree that whether it's revolution we want to have, whether they want to have a better new Nigeria, the obedient, whether it is Yoruba nation that we want, whether it is Biafra that we want, there's something all of us agree that as long as this corrupt entity is still being governed by these criminals, none of those things will happen. So why can't we,
You're right.
for the first time, genuinely drop those sort of, you know, those vitriol? You can be the first person to drop it. I'm not saying others are going to follow suit, but if you follow suit genuinely, right, we'll begin to see it clearly. That's where I stand, though, sir.
Let me start by saying that actually I sympathize with obedient. In essence, I see their frustration. In essence, there is a difference between Obi himself and obedient. I'm sure
that's the problem. You cannot separate him. Do you get that now?
Is benefiting from their frustration in a way. You know, general. I don't know how to support somebody that Olusegun Obasanjo brings forward. To be honest, these are the issue. You know,
I know
they
how
are
difficult it
fundamental
can
things.
be. Yeah, I do. But you know, there are others. Yeah, right. There are others that are dead convinced that it was a Shore's and Sarah reporters' efforts. Okay. That gave this APC the leverage, that gave them this power. And they are convinced about that assertion, forgetting that Shore was also doing his own job in helping people to understand what they are dealing with, Abi. So if you have your sentiment like that, there are those who are dead cocksure too, that Shore was involved. Now, how do we now make both of you realize that, you know, your what do you call it, your both a conviction, okay, and then separation, right, is not to your own advantage or to their advantage, but the advantage of the same people, APC. That's why I'm saying that you don't understand them. But you are saying you do, but you don't. You are still making the same statement.
My appeal to them tonight will be, regardless of our differences during the election, let's put that aside. Let's
do you mean that, Sir Akinola? Abi, you will call me in another 1 month now, and you would have forgotten that you actually thrown the olive branch and said, listen, you know, because you cannot separate Obi from the obedient. That's one thing you must remember, no matter what you have towards him.
Yeah, okay,
you know,
let me
just
put it this
you
way.
Can never separate Shore from all the take it backers, people who have dedicated their lives, people who have lost their lives, people who have gone to jail for believing in what Shore preaches.
Let me use this opportunity to apologize to them if they are frustrated with people like us. But let's put all those differences aside. To any politician that have served in any capacity in Nigeria, let's forget about them. let's come together. Let's demand a better country, freedom for our people, so that we can start to see none of these politicians is going to help us.
No.
That's just going to be my position tonight.
Thank
At
you.
least let the obedient drop the sword. I'm not attacking you. I love you guys. We know we are all in this together. We're all frustrated with the system that is bringing us down. Let's keep moving forward. Let's work together. Either you support Biafra, Yoruba nation. Let's demand for our freedom.
A better place that all this can come to pass. God bless you, Saike. Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And I want to believe that you do mean, you did actually mean that. Listen, see, there is something people need to understand. I wasn't interested in their election for a reason, because I knew it's going to be a waste of time. But did I have the capacity to convince people, or convince people not to be part of that elections? I didn't have that capacity, in all honesty. I don't. Okay? Yeah, I might have some influence on some people who have already made up their mind before that they were never going to participate in the nonsense and the charade. Then the moment Mayegun started giving them reasons why it's not worth it, so it's just justified. But people who are going to do it are going to do it. So what did I do? Instead of me turning or using every other reasons I could actually put together, okay, to completely go all hard on those of you who are campaigning for election, what did I do? I felt like there are some of you that, one, it is either through Stockholm syndrome or just the euphoria of the possibility of, getting rid of this criminal, and the movement called obedience could get you to believe that maybe it is doable. Now, to somebody like me, I believe that experience is the best teacher. If you ask me if I'm sleeping, and you wake me up in the dead of the night and ask me, Mayegun, Nigeria to be better, or for Nigeria to break away so that you can have Yoruba nation, I'll tell you, listen, stop story, break up Nigeria and let us go and decide our own fate as a people. I won't blink about it. I won't tell you that, okay, are you sure that Nigeria is going to work? Okay, if Nigeria is going to work, then okay, yeah, let's do Nigeria. So that when Nigeria is working, I don't care about it. No, I'm not like that, because I know Nigeria will never work. It is not because it's not good for Nigeria to work, okay? It is because Nigeria was not put together to work for anybody. But do you know something? When I see genuine, genuine ignorance, or the genuine innocence of people who, out of their own innocence or ignorance, believe that they could make a difference through elections. So what did I do? I started showing everybody more about the elections, the campaigns, all the jibes, all of what you needed to know, telling you and reminding you. It's going to end up in tears. Now, when it ends in tears, what are you going to do? A lot of you remember that now. Because to me, I believe that experience is the best teacher, they say. Abi, the more you live, the more you learn. That experience, that charade experience will help a lot of you who believe that Nigeria may still work to now come to that reality that you wasted your time. It's never going to work. So if I say it to you, you are likely never going to believe me or agree with me, because something still tells you, if you do this, if we do that, if we shake any whatever you are thinking. But today, the obedient who are so cocksure that the judiciary will never try any nonsense. And so many things people told me. I have all of them on this platform, Mayegun's Diary Political. What people told me before the election, during the election, after the election, before the court, during the court, after the tribunal, after Supreme Court. Majority of what people said there, they are still here. But the bottom line is that a lot of them have now realized that Nigeria cannot be helped, not by election. So I'm not their enemy. I didn't discourage them. I followed them all through. When the rest of the established media were ganging against them, I never added my voice because I didn't support elections. I knew the outcome of the election would be a lifetime experience for many of them. Ask some of them to go and get PVC now, if they don't go slap you or fight you. Now, I don't have to tell them not to get PVC anymore. They themselves will tell you what it means to get PVC. So what we are now doing is that if there are going to be any other gang up arrange to call them to start another elections, you see those ones who have experienced it and they have received that baptismal of fire, there will be those that you have to send to others that could be deceived again. It is a win-win for everyone who disagrees with the current situation in Nigeria. It is called a long game. And that's why I told people that don't watch Mayegun's Diary Political and look at me like Mayegun is a leader. I'm not your leader of anything. I am just your conscience, you know, somewhere that gets you to kind of think. You know, you sit down there and just think and say, and I never thought that. I mean, I never really thought that far. Man, I never think I'm that way. That is who I am. So that when the day is here for people who have conscience to stand up, I would have contributed into helping you understand your mind and your thoughts, that you are not mad. Everything going on in Nigeria and the way you are seeing it and you are wondering, you are not mad. Nothing is wrong with you. It is how the system is built. And if you don't like it, you will need to do more than praying, talking. You will need to sort of strap up and be ready to fight for it. I'm not going to lead you to do that. I'm not going to tell you to go and get your boots and come outside tomorrow. No, you will know when it is time. So I'm just your conscience. Mayegun's Diary Political. So I told people, I said, the Biafrans, there are so many of them were so upset. To the point that there is even this guy. There's this guy, I forgot his name. He was one of those who were, you know, the IPOB members, right? I forgot his name. Is he from Calabar or so? What's that guy's name again? Anyway, the guy was one of those that if you were watching his videos 2 years 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, you will think that this guy is supposed to come from Nnamdi Kanu's parents. These ones are supposed to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's true blood brothers, true blood sisters, the way they were carrying the IPOB on social media. But fast forward to a year and a half ago, then fast forward to today. Now this guy can't they mock IPOB on social media, mock the Igbos. He is now wearing the cap of Tinubu on Facebook. So what am I trying to say is that same thing happened to the Yoruba, those who are also campaigning for Yoruba Nation. You know that among the people that were arrested at Oloye Sunday Igboho's house by the DSS that went there to kill him, those ones that they took to Abuja, this my platform, Mayegun's Diary Political, this platform paid 5 million naira to the Daura Secret Service as the money they said they wanted to collect as bribes. We gave them 5 million naira for those boys. They locked them in Abuja. Now, when they released them, these guys were among those who are wearing Tinubu's uniform, Tinubu's jersey, and they are campaigning and shouting Emilokon, Emilokon. So there are so many things that happened. A lot of people who have invested so much in sharing the advocacy for self-determination referendum, a lot of them lost relationship. Some lost their lives. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is locked up because of the Oloye Sunday Igboho was almost killed because of it. Majority of those lay about people, they are now defending APC. They are now abusing the people that used to be on this side. So A lot of people believe that it's a distraction that wasn't necessary. So many people wanted Biafra, wanted the Yoruba nation. They got drafted into this charade. I never one day came here and started attacking them and abusing. No. I just believe that the system managed to get to them. So all of us who are left, as frustrating as it might be, we are not losing. There are more and more people that are also finding out what we have already found out. Okay? They are coming back to this and begin to ask questions. So what do you think we should do then? So when they are going to be plotting to take them through another useless political journey, it is our job not to help them by attacking them, abusing ourselves and all of that. And you know what I mean? I wish I could get into your mind and make it permanent that you would mean what I just said now. But, I can't. And it's so unfortunate. Let me take one more call, just one. And I can call it a night. My time is up, okay? So let's take this. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, Mayogno.
About. How are you, sir?
Just give me just 5 seconds so that I will not wake my children up,
Okay.
please.
I mean, I almost missed that anyway. So so you probably will need to go to another room quickly.
Yeah, I'm with you now, Mayogno.
Right?
Yeah, Mayogno, the reason why I'm calling you, firstly, I would say that you are a kind of person that, you get patient, you get patient,
And
you
some people
get
they tell me
patient.
say make they calm down small. They notice when sometimes when I just lose them, I can't be like a stammerer. Abi. I say, my ego abi kene.
Mayogno, you get patient,
You think so?
You see, the truth is that, one thing that I buy in everything that has happened so far is that I love the fact that before I was part of those who are actually against the obedient, okay, brutally against them. I am an IPOB member under oath, and I am partly Izo that Nigeria are calling Ijo today. I am Ijo and Urobo Biafran, partly Ijo and partly Urobo, okay. But I was part of those who are actually attacking the obedient before. But the reason why I stopped, because you were able to win the debate in my mind, okay? And there's something about IPOB. Once you can convince me, it's not just telling me, you have to prove it. You have to win the debate. Then I will follow you. Just like Moyendu normally says.
That's right.
Here is the point. Despite that you actually give them the support. For it not to seem as if it's because people like Mayedu, people like Biafran people, they did not support that individual will be lost. The fact still remains that he won every Biafran territory. And even not all, they reached him in most of the places that they claim that they did not win. We all know that. Now, in all these things, what is getting me upset right now as I'm speaking to you, it is that none of them has responded. And that is the reason why I told you that no Nigerian, once you call yourself a Nigerian, you don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to breathe a minute. You just, the Nigerians, once you are a Nigerian, they're supposed to even flip all of them. They would just,
somebody said they should just drop, God should just drop something on all of us, may everybody just disappear.
Baba, I say if I get the opportunity, if to say I get the opportunity, I will use chemical weapon to wipe anything Nigeria, I will wipe everything come out and I will wipe myself.
But why?
You see, those things where they call it, they don't even, all these people, they are hardened. When I mean hardened, a very strong hardcore hardened. Some people, you go, they knock on stick for head, you go see he no go ever respond.
Hmm.
These are the kind of human beings that Nigeria is. Let me tell you something, brother. Sometimes we are trying to make it people see revolution for one bit of all.
Yeah.
No revolution for anywhere. Baba, all this one, they don't sign. If they hear life contract.
Life contracts.
They don't sign life contracts with this with the state master. I want to pass what is signed by my Sheruku. Oh, my Sheru to my Fiku, boy, if you pursue them enter war, even the word they use on your bomb, they find with them.
They go come to find the engineer with help them build burglary inside the wall they enter. They say if you put burglary now, you are safe. Just stay inside the wall.
They're not going to find engineer. You go shock you say Nigeria go fit pull this wall. They go pull them because they won't run.
I was sitting down and then I was like, hey now, I was like, oh, there was never a time when you say Nigeria walk. Oh, let's be honest with ourselves. Any small thing will be like in the past, in the olden days. We'll be saying in the olden days. In the olden days, everybody suffer.
My ego, sorry, do you know the difference within then and now? It's because there was no internet. There was no means of knowing what is happening in the. In fact, you that you are living in Ketu, you cannot know what is happening in my 12. No. Because there was no internet. You can't know what is happening in your neighborhood. It is what they want you to know. They limit your thinking. No. They limit what you, including the educational system, everything. You can never know what they don't want you to know. So it has never been good in any way. 19 clinical, 19 there was a video that I saw. I saw one person lamenting that one clinical.
You know,
you too, you know, go tell where you go down. Here I press for the head. Because they guy, they give me joy because they don't deserve to live.
So you said they get
but
joy.
They give me joy. I know they hide my own. They give me joy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody know my Joko. But when they do, their life, they are just occupying a space. They are a waste
of
occupying
space.
A space. And when you deserve that to big their way, they don't deserve to live. This beautiful air that we are breathing, they don't deserve it. I'm talking about having that's what is bad in way to want. Condemn people. You can see them. You want to call that because
you said the vex.
Or you put that on the quarter to the consular. You put also for the my own point of view, with woman Nigeria. You are with Nigeria. You are with Nigeria.
When I work for Deloitte Aramco, I just say, man, Baba.
You want Nigeria. You can see some of those video way they play. The video they vex me. They vex me to the core. You know what? I want to video those animals on that video. They will say, we call the Inspector General of Police, we report Gwere. Is that not the highest demented human being you can ever see on this planet?
I mean,
we order to compile. We come because
come to our rescue.
I mean, so anything Nigeria, all of them are bad because most is not good. Ọlọ́run ti rẹ́ pin mo ti sọ pé Ọlọ́run ti kò rẹ́ pin ó dà.
Èyí tó ṣe yẹ bàbá àrò mọ̀ no cost again but that one wey you don drop already socially.
Bàbá Mayegun yóò kú ẹjú o you dey try o.
I know.
It was in a people like you. Baba.
But it's just that Baba, you know say Yoruba. See, Yoruba says that tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá ti kọjá ẹkún time me, right? You call them feel really because the situation is out of hand.
Baba, any be a pum be a
People
won't deserve them, won't deserve that to pay the won't deserve that to pay the
you know, the saddest one,
they talk about this boy.
You know the sad one, Baba, is that if they should say, oh yeah, everybody, fine, okay, let's say, oh yeah, we'll give you the chance now, yeah, come and choose. You will still see people that will actually tell you to go back to Anambra because of Tinubu. Even now.
See, you want that I tell you one testimony now?
Tell me.
I know that maybe your last caller.
Yes, you are.
I want to tell you one testimony now. I beg. I'm not going to take your time. My own elder sister, where they say he buy shop. You go here, say that they pray some shop now for Lagos. He buy shops where he get inside that my chop market alone. No be here. Do you know what happen? He's buy and he gets your food. He buy and this is of the shop. He buy nothing less than 4 million naira when he bought those shops. And this was about almost 10 to almost 10 to 15 years ago. We don't buy this shop. Do you know that before the election, they actually want to break all the shops. They want to demolish all the shops because in this very area, it was Igbo populated people in that very area. Do you know that during the election, the country said, let's say this thing go really backfire us for this area. And they can't stop. As they don't swear give Tinubu going enter like this. I need a particular weapon. For sure, anybody will be with it.
Include that of your sisters.
For sure, law, they demolish everything.
Compensation.
So that was me. I'm not even the pity my sister because I don't already tell her say, "Oh, Ben in Tagobo, we didn't do it. We got all this crap, all this things." Tagobo, no Delta State law. Also, no Port Harcourt law because you work here with it. But no Port Harcourt law, Delta State law. Okay, over wait. Sorry, Yoruba. Everyone
from after is Igbo to these criminals.
You are a Nyamuri?
In Yamuri, anything from after Ore, you be in Yamuri Lodo one, yeah.
You be Nyamuri, if you like, you talk say you be Urobo, you be clinical, then Nyamuri here.
That's your problem. You be Igbo.
Imagine if human beings they look inside the point and say that come on, what the shape of wagon, what the 41 Nukokodi. Baba, in a nutshell, before I dropped the call.
No, Yawa Baba.
You see, this whole thing will don't happen. Baba, I could just tell you, I want to don't pay Mama Roma Shekini Lori phone. But what the sort by Kiloruko, Bobo Calabar, the way they talk about.
That guy that is now laughing at people now. Laughing at IPOB. Where
now? Arrest Oyendu.
Yeah.
In the Coastal Biafran platform. And the platform where Bobo Sisters to the tongue in Niger Delta.
Right.
Bobo Sisters that we have a platform. Any for Animoyo, Kosho when you go to new lady cannot talk when you set to one year. And we
example, you know why they use them as example is that we saw the role they played when we all thought we were doing the same thing, fighting these criminals. We see the role they are playing right now.
They don't, this is because we are not paying attention. They don't fall out. They where they don't fall out.
I know now.
We don't kick them out since now. We don't kick them before Yendu was even arrested at all. We don't kick them out. We don't remove them for all our platforms.
This Osime guy, Osima or Kiloruko, he was still kind of active as at January last year, even before they nominated Tinubu.
So what? I mean, you know the thing they tell you. All of them
Yeah. So
that
it's been a lot.
coordinate this whole thing. No.
So maybe because he's angry with some of you, that's why he decided to just go to Tinubu, or he's always been a mole or something, eh?
Do you know the reason why? Do you know the reason why the guy left?
Because about me in the parafuel,
The
Baba.
guy
I don't
now
feel like
that kind of
you.
person,
Every time I see
he
that
gets
guy, eh?
inferiority pro.
Every time I see
He
that guy
gets
with Tinubu cap,
inferiority complex.
I just shake my
So
head
he
like,
know the line
oh
make person
more.
correct am. He know
Eh?
the line make person control am.
You say what?
Now inferiority complex dey worry am. He gets
Eh?
inferiority complex. He know the like make dem tell am wetin he go do. And
Eh.
for IPOB, if you cannot obey order, oga shift, let the rest move.
I mean,
So
you
now
know,
wetin come dey do am be that. If they look and say, who be this one wey be say go dey control me? Who be this one wey go dey give me order?
see,
And
Baba,
at the
me,
end
I'm
of the
not
day,
even like,
you
see,
will attack.
may I even tell you something? May I tell you something? Me, I'm not even into why, I mean, you know, why ain't they do it in there? I'm talking about me as a person now, my ego, that all of you have
Although, yeah.
known very well, okay? Let me now say
Mm-hmm.
something happen.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? And I see bold
Mm-hmm.
enough and I put Tinubu cap here. When they try, they mock
Imagine.
all of Una. That you don't want to
Imagine.
believe in Tinubu. Tinubu is, let me tell you, you know, say, I'm like, Baba, what kind of thing will happen to me? What kind of thing can happen to a man to hit all his words?
You know, Mike, no verse, so make I talk this one. I'm not supposed to talk this one for your presence. Eh?
Okay, then.
I'm not supposed to talk this one for your presence.
Oh, yeah, no,
There's something that one of the IPOB, when after Oyendo actually recommended, because the truth is that I don't listen to you before, till when Oyendo recommended you. But one thing shook me when one of the leadership of IPOB was talking about you to me, and he actually described you the way I met you. And what he was actually talking about is that, you know, if you see person will be power monger, person will just want make it the system that me did there. Me too, I want trend. Me self, I want make that they watch my video. I won't get viewer. Right. We get this dwarf for Finland where they do it now. So these are the kind of aroma that they never find in you. And you still even repeat the same thing this evening. What you were saying that, Oga, I not be your leader, I be waiting show here.
Yeah, you get.
I not be your leader.
Say, na me the way I'm to fight for.
Me, I be one man mopo, my good general.
Yeah.
I be one man mopo, my good general. I be your conscience. I will keep on the dagger your heart. Your heart go dey bleed for blame. You go blame yourself till you go do the right thing.
That's what I say all the time. It's not a competition, you know.
Very, Baba, you are unique. You are unique.
You do well. I'll leave you too. Thank you so much, brother. Okay, and you should have your own a very wonderful evening over there too. Okay, thank you. Our time is so far gone, but you know, let everybody hear their views and speak their mind and the rest of that. You know, on issues like this, but always remember, okay, every time we do go after ourselves, even when we disagree, okay, you should know that it is not to our own gain, okay, and it is to the gain of those who put us in this position in the first place, the position where some of you want a Nigeria, not this one, a better one, Abi, that is working and working for you. So you will do everything to get that, not this one they are forcing on you. Others don't even want to be part of the Nigeria anymore. They want to be on their own. How did all of us ended up there? Because of the failed criminals. And they're still doing the same thing that pushed all of us to that stage. So I want to continue to encourage us and remind us that, listen, you have all our differences. We all have what we wanted. And we're all looking for all of this because we disagree with the status quo. Now, if we want what we want, even in our differences, we should be very mindful of how much fight to finish spirit that is in us when we destroy ourselves. Where two brothers fight. They say, as strangers, they inherit their properties. So, sure, you know. And I wish I have that power. Like I said, I have that power to kind of make you agree and say, yeah, am I going to agree? I mean it. But that's why I do this every night. Show to you why Nigeria is not working. It is mostly not your fault, not my fault alone. Okay? By understanding that if you have a chance of changing it, at least you probably will have a better country. But those who are making the country worse, they will deny you the opportunity of having a chance of changing anything. Since you can't change anything, you have to accept what they force on you, or you have to fight and push back. So everybody who is a victim of the rotten system, they should be united in one thing, fighting for, the best of the best that they deserve, until you have that spirit of willing to actually fight and push. If you are still pointing fingers because you don't like this one, you don't like that one, and the rest of, you know what I mean? We are going to be here for a very long time, or maybe not. We'll go sleep. I'll see you some other time, okay? Remember, like my broadcast, share it, and then we will see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé.
Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.